Suddenly, Remy realizes that Linguini saw him cooking everything. As Remy tries to escape, Linguini catches him and hides him. At that moment, Skinner arrives and yells at Linguini for changing the soup. Then one of the chefs takes the soup and gives it to the waiter, who serves it to a customer. Skinner becomes furious and tells Linguini he's fired. But when the waiter returns, he tells them that the customer was a famous food critic, and she loved the soup. Everyone is surprised. Skinner tastes the soup himself and likes it too. Still, he scolds Linguini, saying he's just a janitor and not allowed to cook. At that moment, the chef Colette steps in and reminds everyone of Gusteau's motto: anyone can cook. She adds that Skinner can't fire Linguini because the critic liked his soup and may return for more. Skinner agrees to keep Linguini, but under Colette's supervision. He tells Linguini to recreate the soup. Remy tries to escape again, but Skinner spots him and alerts the whole kitchen. Linguini manages to trap Remy in a jar. Skinner tells him to get rid of the rat far away, so no one finds out there's a rat in the kitchen, or the restaurant could be shut down. Linguini takes Remy on his bike and heads toward the river to throw him in. But when he looks into Remy's eyes, he feels sorry for him and changes his mind. He confesses that he doesn't know how to cook and can't remake the soup. He needs the job to survive. Suddenly, Remy signals that he can cook the soup again. Linguini proposes a deal. He'll release Remy if Remy teaches him how to cook. As soon as the jar is opened, Remy runs away, but moments later, he changes his mind and returns, agreeing to help. They both head to Linguini's apartment. Remy is amazed by the place and watches the Eiffel Tower in awe. The next day, Linguini wakes up and can't find Remy. He thinks the rat stole food. But later, he's surprised by what the critic wrote about the restaurant, praising the soup. Linguini goes to the kitchen, hiding Remy under his clothes. His odd movements confuse everyone. Skinner tells him to recreate the soup. Linguini doesn't know what ingredients to use, and Remy struggles to reach what he needs. In frustration, Remy bites Linguini, who slaps him, and then goes to the pantry. There, Remy notices the markings on his body and realizes they need a better solution to cook together. But he's too hungry to focus. Linguini notices and gives him some cheese to eat. Suddenly, Skinner walks in. Linguini quickly turns off the lights and hides Remy. Skinner becomes suspicious and tells Linguini to get back to work. After he leaves, Remy hides under Linguini's hat and starts controlling his movements using his hair. They go home and begin training. Linguini blindfolds himself while Remy controls his actions through his hair, teaching him how to chop vegetables, pick ingredients, and cook properly. After a full day of training, Remy is able to fully control Linguini's body. The next day, Linguini successfully makes the soup again with Remy's help, hidden under his hat. When Skinner tastes it, he's impressed. They realize Linguini must now learn how to cook all kinds of dishes to keep working in the kitchen. Linguini is assigned to Colette, who trains him harshly. She tells him she's the only woman in the kitchen and won't risk her career for someone like him. Despite her toughness, Linguini starts to like her. Meanwhile, in his office, Skinner is exploiting Gusteau's name to sell his own products. While reading letters, he finds one from Gusteau's friend and destroys it. He then calls a lawyer. The lawyer reads Gusteau's will. If no heir appears within 2 years of his death, all of his assets go to Skinner. Skinner becomes furious and tells the lawyer that he knows Gusteau had a relationship and that Linguini is his son. With less than 2 months left until the deadline, Skinner knows that if he hides the truth, he'll own everything. The lawyer suspects Linguini doesn't even know Gusteau is his father because his mother never told him. The lawyer takes a hair from Gusteau's old hat and asks Skinner to get a sample of Linguini's hair for a DNA test. Then he leaves the office.